Boom, boom. This is Kendra, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we have got Azure Lane up today. All right, everyone. The ink stained steel secure event is coming to an end, so you need to get in there and power through that if you have not. So, ended on the 29th. Now, listen. The main focus of this event is run every year. This is a rerun. Okay, it started a couple years back. The reason to run this event is because you need to get Nagato. Nagato is the flagship of the Imperial Japanese Navy. This little cutie right here. She has one of the best buffs in the game, and she is one of the most powerful ships in the game. All right, her team buff makes it boosts all IGN ships. Okay, it doesn't matter, all IGN ships. Okay. It also boosts carriers by an extra 5, which makes the backfield of Nagato as a flagship and then flanked by Kage and Kaga one of the most powerful PvP backlines in the game. You want to bring people down fast, you want to bring down the enemy fast, this is the way to do it, okay? Really fast, okay? And that's the reason I've been focused on it. I'm still working on getting a Kage, but I do have Kaga, and now I've got Nagato. You can only get Nagato in this event, and she can only be built. Okay, so you gotta get her in the event. So, I got her just this morning. I was worried. I was biting my nails, and I was going to log on tonight at about 11 p.m. if I didn't. I got her this morning, and I was just going to start throwing all my wisdom cubes in it until I had no more, in hopes of getting her. But I got her today on the 10th try, so I was happy. So I had about I think I got about 100 cubes, and then of course you get some on a daily basis as you're doing your dailies and stuff for events. And I made sure I was running all the commissions and researches that would get me cubes, so I got some extra cubes that way. But it took a little while. Okay, it didn't come as fast as I wanted to. I wanted to get her fast. Primarily, one of the reasons I wanted to get her fast was because to farm the D series in the event, you need IGN ships. I knew that without Nagato, there was not going to be any way for me to farm the hard mode D, because I just don't have any IGN ships capable of it. I have not worked on the IGN fleet. I was not focusing on the IGN fleet due to the fact that I was doing in game, and I wanted to finish out the story mode and start getting on, and I had the USS ships to do that and the HMS ships to do that. So as you've watched in my previous videos, I have a pretty good HMS fleet for PvP, and I can also use them just by doing some minor adjustments on their equipment and auxiliary items. I can make them feasible for story mode. So I was using them and my main fleet, which I've shown in previous videos, which is pretty much almost every ship in my main fleet right now is 120. I am very proud of them. They've done an excellent job. These are the beauties right here. Okay, Bremerton, San Diego, I got them all right here. And as you can see, only Nishiro and Centaur will be 120 shorts, as will Nishiro. So, and this will be a fully 120. They're maxed out equipment. Okay, maxed out skills. So this is a fully maxed team. These guys blistered right through the story mode, haven't had any trouble. Okay, so you got to make sure. So that's what I've been focusing on. I'm just in the process of working up another set of ships for them. Buff ships. They just you want to have as much as you can. So that's where I'm at right now. So that's what I've been focused on. So I really haven't had a chance to focus on my IGN fleet. As such, I was not able to complete the D event. I wanted to complete D2 just because I wanted to get the medallion, the statue for my dorm, but I just don't have an IGN fleet. You need 2 of them actually, to do the full clear. If I'd had 2 medium, I might have been able to do it, but I did not have it. I could make 1 medium and 1 that just wasn't even feasible. They shut down like immediately, so I didn't even try it. So I just didn't have the stuff to do. But it's a yearly event, so next year I'll do it and get the medallion for my dorm then. Okay, so instead of not unable to feel sorry for myself, I went ahead and purchased an awesome set for my dorm. So yeah, so I snatched this up just because I wanted to feel the Sakura, I want to get that Sakura vibe going. So this is what I went ahead and splurged for the Sakura theme here. You can get this in the shop. It's the I decided, they got several themes in here, and I've got, as you can see, I've got 10,000, so I can buy any one I wanted. So I just looked around, and I think that was this summer festival. I might be wrong on that, but it's one of the festival themes that you can get here, and you can get that, and you can get little I-13 up there, and she can jam out on the stage. So I think it's pretty cool. So this is keeping me. So I feel good. So this is what I bought to give me my Sakura vibe, since I was unable to get the Sakura statue. But yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, so okay, let's get to the brass tacks here. Okay, so Inkstain's still Sakura event. It's going to be ending on the 29th, okay, which is tomorrow. Now here's the deal. In every event there's certain good ships and there's certain not so good ships. This event has some really good ships that you definitely need. First of all, if you want to have an IGN fleet of any power, we need Nagato. Okay, she, as I said before, she is a flag sheep. She's got one of the best. Her and Queen Elizabeth are sort of tied, but in terms of the ship, Nagato's better. Okay, Queen Elizabeth's no slouch, and she's got an excellent buff. She buffs HMS ships, but but by herself, she's an okay ship. Not a bad ship, but Nagato is just insanely powerful because the buff applies to herself as well, and she's just a super powerful ship. So she is one of the best ships in the game. So you definitely need to get in there. If you got to throw the wisdom cubes at it, so, if you need to spend a little bit of money and you don't spend, buy cubes if you need to. Okay, but this is the only way to get her. Okay, so you can't come complaining. Okay. This is pretty much the brass tacks are pretty much you got to do this event, and you can't build her. She's not farmable. You just got to build her. So just keep throwing those cubes at it, and you should get it. Okay. Now let's talk about some of the other ships here. Now besides Nagato, this who's a powerful ship in her own right, and one of the reasons she's a powerful ship in her own right is because she also has one of the strongest EX barrages in the game. Okay. It deals a huge amount of damage, and it hits the entire screen, which is what makes there's very few ships that actually the EX. I mean, there's only like 6 or 7 ships where the EX completely fills, so it hits every screen. Every ship on the screen gets hit. Most of the EX barrages, it'll go like half screen, or maybe a little bit more than half. But this fills the entire screen, and there's only like 6 or 7 ships that do that. I think they're called the Big 7. If I can remember correctly, and she's one of them. Okay, I know West Virginia's one. There's a few others. I can't remember all the names now. I'd have to go back through. But yes, she's one of the Big 7, and so strongest EX barrage in the game. So that's another reason to use her. Okay, the biggest weakness is her. She doesn't have very good anti-air stats, but you can boost that with you can boost that with several sets of equipment. Give her some radar or something. You can also pair her with a ship that has good stats, so it's not really that big of a deal in terms of, you can I bring Bremerton or San Diego. I got one fleet, so, I don't even get hit by aircraft. They're all shot down before they even get close. So, but yeah, so that's an easy thing to fix. Okay. So the next ship you want to go for, interesting enough, is the ship that comes in the event. It's called Mutsu. Now Mutsu's just a cutie here. You get her at 10,000. Okay, so once you earn 10,000, you get her, and then you get her at some other places too. So the first time you see her is 10, right here, and then you'll see her again. I believe is at 15, and then you can go on and on and on 40. Okay, so yeah, but you just want to do at least go to 10 to get her. Now, okay, she has the same EX barrage as Nagato has, okay, but stats aren't as good, so that's it. So she's one of the Big 7 as well, okay. Now she's also costs 1 less oil, okay. So this is the main reason that you want to get her. She's a Big 7 ship, which means her EX, as I said before, fills the entire screen, but she's low oil, okay. So you can use her if you want to do low oil farming. Okay, she's one of the best ships for that. Okay, So you got to you know when you're doing little farming, you want to have something to clear clear your screens quick, and she can do that. Okay, so so she's a great ship for low oil farming. So that's one of the reasons you want to get her. Okay, so yeah, big 7 and excellent for low oil farming. Now another one you want to go for, other than Mitsu, I'll show you Mutsu just so you can see here. Mutsu's right here. Okay, so and I can take 10,000 and you can get her in the event. Another one you want to go for is Kawakaz. Now Kawakaz, she's pretty cool looking. As she got the little cat here. I think that's cat ears. I'm not sure. Hold me to that. Let's get some ears going. Okay. All right. So she again has an increase of all your destroyers. Okay, to enemy cruisers by 5%. Okay. And since light cruisers and heavy cruisers are very common, that's a pretty good buff. Okay. Now our second skill is interesting. The reason this is interesting is explaining it to you, because it really doesn't really specify it. But what it does is, and you get a trade-off. It'll boost damage against light and medium target armored ships. Okay, but you'll do less damage against heavy armored ships. Now, the reason this is extremely good is because of the fact that heavy armored targets are the least common ships in the game. You're going to see a lot more light and medium targets, so it's a good trade-off in that sense. So she's definitely something that you want to consider. So you definitely want to get her. Okay. So and again, another buff for an IGN fleet. So you see in the theme here, the reason one of the IGN fleets is the most powerful fleets in the game is because it just buffed out the yin yang. So that's what makes the IGN fleet good, and that's why I want to build her. But you need Nagato. If I haven't said that enough, I'll say it again. You need Nagato. One more time. You need Nagato. Okay. So focus on Nagato. Okay, and then get these good. So those are the 3 best ships that you definitely want to go for. But there's another ship that you might want to take a look at. I went for 2 reasons. One is because she's just the cutest little thing you ever did see. They did excellent graphics on this. She is just a cutie pie. But she's okay. She's a sub. But here's the good thing about it. See, she launches a Science C plane that increases the damage dealt by your main fleet by 5% per 10 seconds. So again, another buff. Okay. Now there's not very many of these out here. You'll notice the medallion is slightly different. It's this right here. Okay. There's another Dace is one as well, I believe. I think there's only Dace. I think it is Dace. There might be another one out there. But Dace, I know Dace has it, USS Dace, and she has it as well. So, and she goes into sub slot. So it's nice to really have. It's nice to really have something, a boost from your sub, synergy over to your fleet. So I went for her as well, just because she's pretty cool looking. So that's what. So and then there's a plethora of other ships in here. Suzuki's in there. Oyeshio, Ushio, Asashio, Akias is in there. I mean, there's a bunch of ships in there, and you'll get them just by building and just by farming through the levels. You'll get them and drop. So if you're building, I'm sure you've got a bunch of them, but they're all pretty much the same type. 2 notable ones are Yoizuku and Harutsuki. They're very good ships as well. They're Akazuki class destroyers. Okay, they do pretty good damage. Okay, and one of the things about them is they have a very, very high HP. So with the buff that you're getting from all your other ships, especially Nagato, they can be in-game ships that you can use because they have such a high HP pool. Okay, so so if you're looking for some ships that if you're having trouble on the in-game maps, maybe you can try bringing some of these up. Make sure you have Nagato, of course, in the fleet. But I think you'll be pleased with several of these ships, and the fact that they just have a really high hit point, so they can last, and that's what you need in the dice game because damage is coming fast and furious, and you need that front line to take the damage, and these ships can do that, because of the huge buff that Nagato applies. Okay, so you might want to look at those 4. In the shop, there's a couple of ships. So if you know, not the wrong button. So go into your shop, go into the event map. Now I accidentally purchased every single blueprint. I didn't need every single blueprint. I was not paying attention, just bought them all. So which left me extremely short on Sakura Ambulance. So I did not have a chance to get one. I got Ushio farming. I wanted to get Haruna. Unfortunately, Haruna is not a very good ship. Okay, that's just the way it is. The problem is the Kongu class, they have subpar stats. Okay, this is it, Kongu and Haruna. They're both from, you know, Kongu class. She's the namesake, but they really do. They have subpar stats, so you know, you get the Nagato buff and it makes them better, but there are just other ships that, you know, would do better. Maybe, you know, if they have a retrofit in the future, that might make them really cool. Out of the 2, Kongu is the best, primarily because she has she can buff all Kongu class ships firepower and accuracy. You know, so that's a little bit of help. But yeah, so I was going to actually get Haruna as well, but I just run out. I've done all my +3s, ×3s on the levels, so if I might be able to work it out, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get her. Just don't have, not going to have the time to do it. But I did get Kongu, and I bought all the blueprints. But it's not. I can use them. I'll finish out. This will be able to enable me to finish out completely, including the luck stats and the plus skills on you know, my ships. Want to get you know, it'd be nice to find, you know, it'd be nice to finally finish up Monarch, and then be able to go to Monarchs right here, and I'll be able to throw a nice little hunk of them at St. Louis if I want to, or I might just wait and hold off and use them on Rune, KMS Rune, which I'm working on right now. She's still under research. So yeah, but that's it. So that's the event in a nutshell, guys. So you definitely got to get Nagato. Okay, that's why they have this event every year. It's because Nagato is, you know, she's the beast. One of the best buffs in the game. Excellent for PvP. 3-4 normal for Akagi and Kaga, not 3-4 hard. Okay, I can't tell this enough. Everybody thinks you need to do it on hard. No, it's story mode 3-4 normal. Yes, I know. You should be able to knock it out really fast. Okay, just go knock out, kill those 2 or 3 ships, and then go straight for the flagship battle, and that's where it'll draw. And it's only on the flagship, and it's only on 3-4 normal. I've got Kaga, still working on Akagi, but we'll get there. But yeah, so you know, now I can farm. You know, I've got Nagato. That she's the staple. You need her to make the fleet the powerhouse that it is. So this is the only way to get her. So, you know, if you don't got her, throw all in on your wisdom cubes, okay? When this event closes, no more Nagato until it comes out next year, okay? So that's what you need to do. All right, so I just wanted to go ahead and let everybody know that it is ending, so get in there and knock it out. And I want to go ahead and put a like on the video if you like this video. And remember to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell, ding, 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 beside, if you want to be notified whenever I drop a new video. And this is Kenrir, still in the corner, knocking out the event. And I'm signing out.